Hello, 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 all you beautiful people. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Five Fam house. Welcome in here on this Wednesday evening. It is rainy here in Tennessee and storming, storming, storming. But guess what? It is fall time in the South. It is time to cook up those things that make you think of fall and smell like Thanksgiving morning. So today or this evening, we will be making homemade apple fritters. So we're going to jump into the kitchen and happy, happy, joy, joy. I got my second camera working again. The source output in OBS, I finally got it fixed. I don't know what even was wrong, but it decided to work with me this evening and it decided to work, and I am very happy about it. So we can have our stove cam back because we are going to need it for frying our fritters over here. And let me check our oil here. I have to get our oil to 375 degrees. I am at 300 and what? 50 degrees right now. Okay. I also have our dinner cooking in the oven. We're going to have barbecue nachos. Don't know if you guys have that where you're at, but we are having barbecue nachos here in our house. It is a big thing at our barbecue restaurants here, and it is delicious as can be. So we're having that for dinner. But tonight on stream, we're making fritters. And I got cilantro in the kitchen with me again, my handy dandy helper. Hello, Callie girl. I love the pictures of the little man that you sent me. He is absolutely adorable, and the older he gets, the cuter he gets. And I love those pictures you send me. Hello, HB. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. Hot sauce tastes good on apple fritters. You know, the hot honey probably does taste good, Callie. That's a good point. Oh my gosh, HB's right. We need to take the battery out of the fire alarm. Thank you for reminding me, HB. The one by the kitchen right here, because I'm frying the fritters. Thank you, HB. Hello, Forest. Cilantro is taking the batteries out of the smoke detector. Cause see, guys, right over here, off of like this wall that y'all can see is the door opening, and it goes into our dining room. And there's a smoke detector right there, and it stinks because you can barely do anything, and that thing goes off. So, anyways, thanks for the reminder. Oh, really? That's interesting, HB. I hope my fan isn't too loud for you guys. I have a fan pointing on the kitchen. It gets hot in here. Um, I'm not used to frying stuff. When I fry on stream, that's about all my extent of frying because we don't really fry around here. So I forget the smoke detector goes off and it gets the kitchen hot. So, anyways, so cilantro is going to help me, and we're going to make up apple fritters. This is the first time I've actually tried these at home. Before my mom passed away, she was a master cake decorator, and the bakery she worked for, they made homemade apple fritters, and I helped make them there and dip them and cool them on the racks for the daily sale of the fritters. But I've really never tried them at home, so this is the first time for me to try them in my own kitchen. So, and that's been 17 years since my mom passed. So, I hope they turn out good. I'm really excited about it. Something that's really good, but they're so much better homemade instead of just going to Walmart or something and getting an apple fritter. So here goes nothing. Cilantro and I are gonna start mixing these up. I'm gonna get cilantro to mix for me over here, and let's see. We are going to put in 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. So let me get this out. And we use Honeycrisp apples, just so you know. These are organic Honeycrisp apples. They're a sweeter apple, so we are going to use those. So let me get this flour measured out here. We have some apple orchards near us, and the apples are starting to come in. Unfortunately, there was a bad frost here, and some of the orchards lost their apples, so not all of them have a big selection. And there's a half a cup. So 1.5 cups of flour. Then we have a fourth a cup of sugar. So we're going to get our sugar. This is just some pure cane sugar here. And going to level it off. And we have a fourth a cup of sugar. And we are going to put in our baking powder. Okay, so let's see. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 2 teaspoons. 1 and 2. Generic baking powder is just fine. Ooh, cool, Callie. I think y'all went last year. I remember seeing pictures. Then we're going to take a half a teaspoon of salt and add to our dry mixture over here. This mixture is just going in this bowl right here. Half a teaspoon of salt. Yes, I make baked apples at Thanksgiving in the oven. They're so good. I'll probably be making those on stream and showing everyone. 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. 1.5 of cinnamon. And we're going to get cilantro to just mix those dry ingredients together. And then we're going to make a well in the center and add a third a cup of milk, the eggs, and the applesauce. And we're going to stir to combine, and then we'll put in the apples, okay? So let me get our milk here. Oh, really, HB? I make them every Thanksgiving. I cut up the apples in a pan, and I put the sugar and the cinnamon on them and the water, and you cook it and make the sauce for it. My granny used to make them when she was alive. They're so delicious. Apple butter is delicious too. How you doing, Frank? Oh my gosh, I didn't even think anybody would know what Waldorf salad was, Frank. My grandma used to make that. Okay, a fritter, Forrest, is if you go to a bakery, you'll get a fritter. They're up with the donuts. It's actually something you pick up with your hand and eat. Um, I'm trying to figure out how to describe it to you. It looks like a honey bun, kind of that size, but it is something you fry, kind of like you would a funnel cake, and you dip it in this glaze. I know people that have Frank. I just never do that. Yes, that's a good way to describe it, HB. Oh my gosh, she don't know what a bear claw is. I thought that was a good description, HB. Okay, in the center of this, I'm going to add a third a cup of milk. So cilantro made a well here. There is a well in the middle of this, okay? So a well is just an opening you put in the bowl. And I'm going to pour the third of a cup of milk down in the well here. And then we're going to add our eggs. You need 2 eggs. So we're going to crack our 2 eggs, and we're going to crack them down into the well here. HB. He's narrowing it down for us there. Do you even know what a donut is? Okay. And we need 3 tablespoons of applesauce. So I'm going to get my measuring thing here. And I just got a little single pack of applesauce, some organic applesauce, and we're going to use that. And I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of applesauce in here. Smells delicious. There are 3 tablespoons of applesauce in there. And cilantro is going to stir this when he gets back from washing his hands. And then I'm going to cut up very small slices, 2 large Honeycrisp apples, okay? So let me get my cutting board. Okay. So let me get 2 apples here. And I'm going to use that as my trash bowl. And I'm just going to cut up and seed these 2 apples here. I'm going to cut them, the peeling off into this. Now, some things you can leave apple peeling on, but my granny used to say, and the bakery I worked at did this, you don't want to leave the peeling on for apple fritters. It kind of messes up the texture. So I'm just going to peel these, and I'm having to cut some bad spots out of these. I know you know what a donut is, Forrest, because remember the donut place burnt in your town. I think it was the donut place. Everything's burnt in your town though. Yeah, your Mrs. Winter's burnt down too. Maybe she doesn't know what an apple fritter is because the joint burnt down, HB. That is my barbecue in the oven beeping. Cilantro is going to get it out and check it for me. All right. There is 1 apple cut up. I cut up a second one. She might be HB. She doesn't know anything, does she? There's no almonds on a apple fritter though, Forrest. Ooh, I'm not eating these apple peels. I never liked doing that, HB. My mom did that. That's funny you said that, HB. I still think you're related to me in real life. Okay, so I or cilantro mixed all this up. And now I'm going to cut really small these apples, and we're going to put these apples in there, okay? And when I say small, you just really make thin slices with this apple, okay? Thin, thin, thin. Just little thin slices. And then I'm going to chop them up, okay? Oh my gosh, Forrest. Yeah, see how thin these are? They're just really little slivers. We're going to put them in the mixture. Yes, I did see that, Frank. I know some, my friend gets those for her little kids. They're like 1 and 2. They suck it out of that. It's kind of weird, but all right. Yeah, I think it's kind of weird. They have like yogurts for little kids in those squeeze things too. I had a friend once that kind of annoyed me. Her kids got those squeeze things and they would just put them in their mouth and not use their hands and walk around and just suck it up. And it made me think they looked so lazy doing that. Frank, we're going to have to get in Grand's queue tonight. You're going to have to be Frankenstein. Alrighty. There's quite a bit of apples in these. Frank. Oh my gosh. The squeeze things started coming out when Puff was little. I just never bought them. And I used to make most of their baby food too. And I got these little jars and I would put them in the freezer and stuff and then get them out and keep some in the fridge and that kind of thing. So if we went on trips, I would try to pre-make up some if we were going to see family in Florida and just like put them in a cooler. Okay, now apples are in. Cilantro is going to stir those up. He's going to, as the recipe says, fold it into the batter. Okay. Now, because we like cinnamon in this house, as you know, I put what was in there, and it was supposed to be 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, and that is what is in here. I'm going to put a little more cinnamon, okay? I like the taste of cinnamon and fritters, so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more cinnamon and let cilantro stir that in. Hey, salt! And then it says once your oil is heated to 375, you're going to drop about 1/4 of a cup of batter per fritter into the hot oil, and you're going to spread it out as you drop it. And you're going to cook each side until it's brown, approximately 2 minutes per side, and then you're going to remove and put on a paper towel to drain. And then we're going to make a glaze, which I've already made pre-timed so it can thicken up a little bit. And the glaze is 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1/4 a cup of milk, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, okay? And after the fritter has been kind of drained on the paper towel, you're going to dunk each fritter in the glaze, turn over to make sure each side's coated, and then we're going to put on this wire rack. You can probably see it back here. It has a piece of wax paper under it or parchment paper, and that way when it drips down from the rack, it drips onto the paper. So we're going to be doing that. Yes, there is different types of cinnamon salt. Hey, Destroyer! We are making apple fritters. Oh, yeah. Frank, Salt knows all kinds of salt. Just ask him about the pink salt that Ever After tried to bring through the airport. All right. So let's swap over here. All right. And let me check his oil. All right, we're good to go. And cilantro, will you get us a plate down and we'll put some paper towels in them? Yep, that's the salt that Salt knows about. The good old pink salt. Okay, so I have a 1/4 cup measuring cup here. 1/4 of a cup. And I'm going to dip it into this fritter batter. Here is the fritter batter, if you can kind of see it with the apples diced up. And I'm going to scoop out 1/4 of a cup, and I'm going to put it into the oil. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome to the Fat Fam. Nice to have you in. And it says to spread it out, which I'm trying to do. I don't want it to break apart too much. We're going to see how this goes the first dollop here. I may end up using a spoon to get it out instead of this measuring cup. And it says you cook it about 2 minutes on each side. I'm going to flip it. I think I'm going to use a spoon instead of this measuring cup. I don't like how that dropped out. Yes, Destroyer, salt will be right over. Okay. You just want to, it says about 2 minutes on each side. You want to make sure that batter is cooked. That's probably why you have to spread it out good. Hope I spread it out enough. That's why I'm going to use a spoon next time. Okay, we're going to get this out. There we go. Thank you, cilantro. Oh my gosh, Frank. I'm going to try to get 2 in here. That fan is hitting my mic, guys. I hope it's not too loud. All right. It says you can use a shallow skillet to make these in too. We don't like salt. Remember, Frank, you said no salt. I'll flip these one more time. Then I can probably get them out. It's oil salt. A good one, Destroyer and Frank. Okay. Now, these are kind of drained on the paper towel now. To boil Eggo waffles, oh my God, salt. Okay, they kind of look like this after you fry them, the fritter. Now, cilantro made a glaze. And the glaze, I told you what's in it. Looks like this. It's really liquidy. Okay. And he is going to dump the fritter into the mixture. And then he is going to put it onto the drying rack. So these are still frying up. Let me click back over here and show you guys. We're going to let cilantro come down here so you guys can see what these look like. He can hold it up toward the camera here. See the glaze goes on these. And he's putting it on the rack over here. So let me see here. So they're going to set onto this rack so they can drip onto the parchment paper. And the glaze will kind of like film up, for lack of better words, like a honey bun does.
Or like a glazed donut.
Yeah, or like a glazed donut. And he's just dripping it off in the bowl. And then he's going to put it on there. And that's what you do after. You let it just kind of drip onto there and cool. I need that plate. No, salt. I bought the apples, but I didn't grow them. Hey, Accurate, how are you doing? So let's get this apple fritter out. That's a nice big boy there. And let me dump another one into here. These are just some organic Honeycrisp apples I got locally salt. A lot of our orchards in Tennessee, too, are getting apples about now. But like I was saying earlier before you come in, we had a bad frost and some of the orchards lost their apples this year. So I just got these at the grocery store. Hey, Alex, how's it going? Okay, Gertie. We'll get Jeff Rowe to taste his. Let's go. How's it going, Gertie? Is it thundering? I think it's thundering here again. I think of Garth Brooks' song every time the thunder rolls.
Or that's a really loud motorcycle.
I don't think that's ready to flip yet. I turned the oil down a little bit. It was like I was trying to burn them. I know, Kelly. And the lightning strikes. Nah, nah, nah. Okay, enough. I don't want to get DMCA'd. We're going to change that channel point to the hot sauce one, y'all. We're going to let people pick if they want Jeff Rowe or cilantro to do it. I just forgot to change it before stream. I have my baked beans back here, y'all, warming up for my dinner. That's my baked beans. I'm making some barbecue nachos. Heck, I might show you all how I put them together before in stream. Everybody wants me to ship them stuff, and it's always the stuff that is perishable. Y'all don't want Puff to taste test with hot sauce. It would be no fun and a waste of your channel points. That child can eat reapers and ghost peppers and everything. He even has some, what are those flakes up there?
Lava flakes.
Yeah, he has lava flakes. And he dumps them on his food and still doesn't think it's hot. So he would not care. Oh, Alex, I don't care for him that much. I mean, they work on the fiends. I mean, if you're fighting fiends, I think they're great because they remind me. I used to play Save the World, so they remind me of Save the World. But as far as fighting people, I don't like using them in the game. No, HB, no. Yeah, everybody wants me to sell food. Like, there's a local farmers market. I even have local friends that buy stuff from me. And I make stuff. Like during the holidays, I do orders, and I make holiday goodies like peanut butter balls, cookies, and people use them as gifts and they buy them from me. I didn't really do much last year because of the pandemic. Um, and so, but normally I do that. And I of course do cake decorating, so I do that. But people really want me to sell my canned goods because I can pickles and salsa and homemade spaghetti sauce and different things. But it's just like I'm so paranoid of doing it because people are so. It's just so iffy now because people want to accuse you of something causing something to them, and so it's always made me kind of leery. Which I don't know. Most of you might know, some of you might not know, but my dream was to own a food truck. Uh, and it was going to be the Italian country girl, and it was going to have Italian menu slash a country menu, and but I don't know, it's just so crazy with people and stuff like that now, so it makes me just scared, I guess. I don't mind doing it for people I know. Like I'm sending Frank a package, and it has some cookies, and I'm sending Miss Hippie a package and Grand, and I don't mind doing that. It's just I don't know, certain people kind of it scares me. A whole pack of popsicles. Just change your password, Salt. Yeah, I wouldn't add Puff to the list though to eat the hot sauce. It wouldn't be no fun. Y'all would be disappointed. Yeah, they have that chip too. That one chip in the package,
Yeah, the one chip
the
challenge.
one chip challenge you can do. Jeffro would probably die because I haven't told you all that. Cilantro got these jelly beans. And I ordered them on Amazon and they were like bamboozled, but they taste like hot peppers, like different ones. Like one of them's the Reaper, I think. One of them's like just different things like that. And we got Jeffro to eat some, and it was hilarious. Grand, thank you for the host. Let's go. Yeah, Gertie, did you see Jeffro have to do the channel points last stream, and he had to put hot sauce on the um, what was it we made last time?
Hmm?
What did we make last time?
The pumpkin spice cookies.
Oh, the pumpkin spice cookies, Gertie, and Jeffro had to put hot sauce on them and eat them on stream, and it was priceless. He about gagged to death. Yeah, there's the jelly bean cilantro got. Let me flip these fritters. Frank and Grand, by the way, I got the cookies finished this evening. They're all bagged up, and I'm gonna try to go. Hopefully, if I feel like it, I'm gonna go tomorrow and ship out the cookies tomorrow, and they'll be headed your way. I've heard of people doing that accurate. It's hilarious when somebody does that. Oh, Grand's not here. Frank probably did it, HB. 'cause the host, ever since he added those new people like the peach cobbler and the or peach or whatever her name is, and the ship dude, it messed up the auto host for us, and it hasn't worked ever since. So Frank does it manually. It shows us on there, but it just doesn't kick in most of the time. I hope those are done, cilantro, because I just poked a hole in this one and it still had batter in it.
If one until that's been over here chilling for a while, we could open up and try.
Yeah, just cut it in half and check it out if you don't mind. Because I think the oil was too hot at first and it was cooking it too fast, even though it was at the right temp.
Yeah, good. See,
Okay, cool.
small bite.
Here, I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. Cilantro, cut it open. That's what the apple fritter looks like in the center, if it'll focus. There it goes. So it has some apple in it. Let me see if I can. There it goes. Come on, camera. It has apple in it, and it's the batter, and it has the glaze on the outside. So we are going to go get Jeffro and let him do the first official taste test. So Cilantro's going to go get Jeffro. Oh yeah, I've seen that accurate. I've actually seen that. Oh my gosh, Destroyer. Don't talk about. I'm going to ban the word brown gravy in my chat. What happens if Jeffro don't like them, Frank? I don't know. They may not be good enough for the rest of us, Frank. So Jeffro is going to taste test this apple fritter, and he's going to tell us what it tastes like.
No hot sauce. All right, well, that's good. All right, well,
Is there glaze on the outside?
what kind of glaze is it?
Like sweet glaze.
You know, like a donut has. It's the apple fritter.
That's kind of good apple taste. Mmm, it's got a slightly crunchy outside. That's good. Inside soft. Apple's good. What kind of apple you use?
Honey crisps.
Honey Crisp? Well, it's good. It's not too doughy on the inside. How long do you fry them for?
About 2 minutes on each side.
Like 2 minutes? What's in the glaze?
Confectioner sugars, vanilla, and milk.
Well, it's good. It smells good. Hmm. It smells good. Hmm. Well, that's some good stuff now. Wow. No, that has mine too. Yeah, that's part of the taste test. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's got to be a thorough taste test. I'll see, this one is, first half was for HB, and then second half is for Frank. Yeah, see? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not doing the camera thing. Hmm. Okay, well, the apple chunks aren't too big. Hmm. That's good. Do I only eat one? Hmm. There might be a need to.
Frank wants to know if you can make them disappear.
I probably can. Give me a few minutes.
HB says you're a Gordon Ramsay here with the breaking it down.
Well, I'm trying to give them their, points worth, If I just taste tested and said,
Leftover to send to us, Gertie says.
well, they're pretty good now.
HB says, do they taste better than Camo Crocs on or off?
Hmm. That's a good question. So maybe Maybe have both. Yes, and see there. This one here is a little odd shape there, so I'm just gonna shape that up a little bit. Oh, there you go. So it just,
Alex says hi, Jeffro.
hey, howdy, howdy there, Alex. How you doing, buddy? That's really good. Those are good. You ain't made these before, have you?
I
No.
used to make with the bakery. I've made them at the bakery 17 years ago.
Yeah, I remember the bakery used to have some.
We're almost out of glaze.
Well, I guess you need to make some more glaze if you're almost out. Mm. Well, that was really good. Maybe somebody else will redeem a taste test or something, and I can do like maybe 3 or 4 more of these. Cause see, this one's a little odd shape here. I probably need to go and take that out. It's not real thick. The I don't know about how the thick ones will be if it's a little too doughy, but that one here, this one's got a lot of apple in it. That'd probably be pretty good.
He says you can have another after you empty the trash can.
Empty trash can. Yeah, HP, but that's like work. I don't know if I like that. All right, well here's Jim.
He said there's some hot sauce for running out of glaze.
Oh my gosh, that'd be awful.
Yeah, and we got this hot sauce out for the hot sauce.
So it is Jeffro approved, everyone. I've got the last two in the fryer here. Yeah, taste test is out of stock. It's one taste test to stream, Jeffro. Yeah.
Okay. This one's off.
He's just going to do it for free. You don't have to waste your channel points. Jeffro is volunteering here.
Oh, this one's off. You know, you hate for it to be off. That's good stuff. Well, this one's off too. I'll just take that off the rack for you.
He says that is off and misshaped, so he's going to take it off the rack.
Who wants to eat an odd shaped deal? That's pretty good. You know what might be better? Like add more glaze. If you had like a half-inch of glaze on top.
Jeffro, no, it doesn't need a half-inch of glaze on top. We don't need diabetes.
Ooh, I bet I know what goes good with it.
Did you flip it over again? Flip them over again. I should have squished it down more.
One that has a funny tail on it is. This one here.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, so that one's HB's.
That one right there?
Yeah, that one's HB's right here.
That's HB's.
Now, I think what you could do, I think cheesy ranch potatoes.
Hey, do you know what though? HB's my brother, and what is big sister supposed to do to little brothers? They lick their finger and they touch the food. There you go, HB. Yeah, there's your fritter, buddy. You think Jeffro has an alternate agenda, Frank? Okay. Frank said he spit on it.
What about these cookies over here?
Oh, did you hear? Oh, Frank, did you hear Jeffro? He wants to know about the cookies over there. He's trying to get your cookies, Frank.
Well, they're chocolate chip cookies, though.
I know I made. Yes, they are. I made Frank some oatmeal raisin cookies, some chocolate chip cookies. I made Frank some pumpkin spice cookies, and I made Frank some chocolate grandma cookies. Those are the leftovers, though.
Oh,
Salt's gonna pick the 4 smallest ones. He don't want to hog them. Salt said.
oh.
Yeah, Frank, you're getting a package, buddy. And then wait till Christmas, Frank. I'm gonna send you a Christmas package of goodies, and it's gonna have some of my Christmas goodies in it too. Okay, we're gonna turn this oil off. Okay, Jeffro, we can't eat all the apple fritters. See, this what happened, Gertie. You were deemed taste tested. Now he won't stop. Okay, guys and gals, hold on just a minute. He is finishing up the fritters, and I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to unplug the second camera. It's not going to need it now. So I can get around. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys what I'm making for dinner, just as an idea. If you've never had these, you can get them at a barbecue restaurant here in the South. It's barbecue nachos. So, this is my barbecue I cooked in the oven for an hour. And I am going to shred this apart now. This is just some hickory smoked barbecue. Pulled pork. No sauce on it yet. Okay. This is what we're going to have for dinner. And I just have some white tortilla corn chips, like restaurant style here. Yeah, those got a little too done almost. And we're just going to put some on here. Okay. Then we are going to take some baked beans. So let me get my spoon over here. I have heated up some brown sugar baked beans. And you put baked beans over the top of this because these are barbecue nachos. This is replacing black beans or pintos that you would get at a Mexican restaurant. Okay. Let me push this up so you guys can see it better. Then we're going to take some pulled pork. We're going to put this on here. I'm going to make these for puff first. Just going to put some shredded pork on here. Okay. Now I just have some queso dip, the hot style, and I'm going to heat it up in the microwave for just a minute or two and get this warmed up a little bit. Let me get something to put over the top of it. Texas barbecue. Close. That's funny. Okay. We're heating up the queso. Let me check this. It's hot, hot, hot. Okay, I'm going to start drizzling some. This is the hot flavored queso. It's with jalapenos in it. Okay. And then we're going to put some Tupelo honey heat from Mission Barbecue. We buy their sauces. I'm going to put that on top here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Memphis Belle, which is a sweet barbecue sauce they have. And if you have fresh jalapenos, you can throw them on top. I don't have any. Back east, we put the barbecue sauce on as it cooks. In Texas, see, we put the barbecue sauce on as it cooks too here in Tennessee, Frank. They do it both ways, but mainly they cook it in the barbecue sauce. My grandma used to do that. So now we have our barbecue nachos. It's chips, baked beans. This is pulled pork I made, hickory smoked pulled pork, queso sauce, and barbecue sauce on top. And that is your barbecue nachos. And that is what we're having for dinner. And fritters. Yes, queso I've used a lot on stream salt. Hey, Brian. How's it going, Brian? Have you been riding in the convertible with the top down lately? Yes, this is the queso salt. I just use just queso with jalapenos in it. The hot kind. Let me see if I can turn it around. It has jalapenos in it. That's what I use. And then these barbecue sauces is Tupelo Heat and Memphis Belle. They come from Mission Barbecue. And then this is a local place here in Nashville called Puckett's. It's in Nashville and it's a Texas style spicy barbecue and they sell their sauces and I buy that uh, also. I'm sure you can find some kind of a Mexican queso sauce. Do y'all have like good Mexican restaurants there in Nova Scotia where you live? I'm not sure, Salt, but they'll sell queso to dip your chips into. And I'm gonna give this to Puff. I'm gonna get Cilantro to take that to his brother, and that is barbecue nachos. They're pretty simple to make, and it's something fun to do with your barbecue sauce um, besides just barbecue sandwich or something. And like I said, our restaurants here sell these. Yes, Salt. You can even get the queso in like a block and melt it yourself and add jalapenos to it. I just flung a chip a winding. Okay. Does anybody know if Gran's on yet? Oops, I was going to put the beans on first. Let me get the baked beans. This is just a brown sugar baked bean. I like the little bit of the smoky sweetness to go with the barbecue. He just woke up. Okay. Oh, we do cheese. We do queso, and we put some salsa in it too. Salt. A lot of people do that. What do you speak? Nova Scotian. You speak maple syrup. Is that a language?
Maple syrup is
Destroyer speaks brown gravy. Okay. And you can get queso spicy or plain. There's like a place here that has queso at their restaurant, a Mexican restaurant. I don't like it. It's so bland. I like jalapeno in mine. I want that little bit of spice. And put some pockets on this. I'm going to put a little bit of two below heat. And there you go. Another plate of barbecue nachos. So there you go. Our stream was apple fritters tonight, but I just wanted to show you what we were having for dinner too. Oh, I love queso and salsa. So there you go, guys. Barbecue nachos. And Jeffro tasted the apple fritters, and they are safe to eat. Sorry, Frank, when I mail your cookies to you, I can't mail your apple fritters. I'm afraid they won't make it. I actually thought about it, but then I thought, I don't want them to be nasty by the time they get there. So, anyways, guys, I'll put the recipe for the apple fritters in the Discord. I think I forgot to put the pumpkin spice cookies. I had it in my Word document. I think I need to copy and paste it and put it in there. But anyways, there you have it. Please go check out Grant tonight. He is going to be streaming some Fortnite. Yes, I did, Brian, and I thought about our fiasco last year at Christmas time. And I thought, oh my gosh, if it's going to be longer, what the heck? And I need to find out if UPS allows you to mail food because I think I'm going to mail Frank, and he lives in New Mexico, some cookies and stuff. And coming from Tennessee, if I mail that USPS, I'm afraid the cookies will be moldy by the time they get there. So I don't know, Salt. So I'm going to see if UPS will let me mail food because I think that's a better way. Go into Grand and Mississippi at their P.O. box in Ohio. I think I'll be okay because I checked into that. If I put it in the first class mailbox, I think he'll get it okay. But I'm just more concerned about Frank's because it goes a little further, and I do not want that like getting nasty or something. So I'm gonna have to check into that, especially when I'm gonna mail a bunch of stuff out at Christmas to people. And you know at Christmas how long that takes. So, anyways, guys, Grant is not live yet, but I am going to hit raid and raid him anyways, set in his channel, wait till he goes live, and tell him that the Fab Fam sent you guys over. And I'll see you guys in Grand Stream. Don't forget, make this evening a great one, and tell somebody tomorrow that you love them. Take care, guys. See you later.